Regular exercise is vital. If you're 40, 50, or even 60, you'll be glad you started now instead of postponing. So stay tuned for the 7 best exercises you can follow. I'll end up with a workout plan you can start doing today, so make sure you won't miss it. But before getting into all that, let's see why you really need exercise. The fact is, people over 40, 50, or 60 can lose 4 to 6 pounds of muscle per decade. This loss leads to weakness and increases the risk of falls. However, strength training, for example, can increase muscle mass considerably within just 8 weeks. Bone density also declines with age. Around age 40, you begin to lose bone minerals faster than you can create them. So almost 10% of Americans over 50 have osteoporosis. Women alone may lose up to 20% of their bone density in the 5 to 7 years following menopause. This raises your risk of fractures. However, weight-bearing exercises like resistance training and cardio improve bone mineral density, so they reduce this fracture risk. Aging also increases the risk of chronic diseases. Nearly 95% of adults over 60 have at least one chronic condition, and almost 80% have 2 or more. You need regular physical activity to manage and even prevent these conditions. In fact, muscle strengthening exercise is associated with a 10 to 17% lower risk of all-cause mortality, cardiovascular disease, total cancer, diabetes, and lung cancer. Of course, consistency is key. According to the CDC, you need at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise per week. This can be broken down into 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And I advise you to do strength training exercises at least 2 days a week. Now, let's move on to the exercises you should do if you're over 40, 50, or 60. First exercise, bent over rows. Bent over rows build a strong back and improve your posture. They target your lats, traps, and rhomboids, with a bonus for your biceps if you keep a supine grip. I'd always advise people to focus on keeping their lats engaged throughout the range of motion. For example, imagine you're squeezing a lemon in your armpits to really fire up those back muscles. You can use dumbbells, resistance bands, or even household items like water bottles if you're starting out. Keep your back straight, hinge at the hips, and pull the weights toward your hip bones. If you're older or have lower back concerns, try doing this exercise seated with resistance bands to minimize strain. The second exercise is the overhead press. You need overhead presses if you're over 40, 50, or 60 because it builds serious shoulder strength while engaging your core and stabilizing muscles. I recommend starting with light dumbbells or resistance bands, focusing on control. You can even do it with your back against a wall to make sure you're not lifting from the lower back. Seated presses are also better for more support, but they don't engage your core as much. The trick here is to keep your elbows slightly bent at the top and lower the weights slowly to maximize muscle engagement. Also, your arms should be slightly in front of you, not directly perpendicular to your body. If you're consistent, you'll notice stronger shoulders, better posture, and improved overhead mobility for daily tasks like reaching high shelves. This is one of those exercises where form truly matters, so take your time and do it right. Now, let's move to the lower body with squats. If there's one exercise I always recommend, it's squats. They work your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and even your core. Whether you're 40 or 60 or more, squats can improve strength and mobility for everything from climbing stairs to lifting heavy groceries. If you're younger, try goblet squats or barbell back squats to push your limits. If you're older or dealing with arthritis, chair squats are a fantastic option. Just lower yourself to a chair and stand back up. Keep your chest up, your knees tracking over your toes, and the weight on your entire sole, not just your heels. By the way, going down slowly can help you build muscle faster while protecting your joints. Advanced tempo is 6 to 2, meaning 6 seconds down and 2 up. At number 4, we have deadlifts. Deadlifts are a game changer. They target your glutes, hamstrings, lower back, and core, helping with posture and everyday tasks like lifting heavy boxes. If you're new to deadlifts, I'd start with a kettlebell or resistance bands instead of heavy barbells. Keep your back straight, lats engaged, and the weight close to your body as you hinge at the hips. The keyword here is hinge. Imagine you're closing a door with your butt to understand the pattern. I see a lot of people who simply bend their backs and call it a deadlift. And for you younger lifters chasing big numbers, trap bar deadlifts are safer for heavy loads. If you're over 60 and just starting your workout program, cable deadlifts or elastic band deadlifts might be a better fit. They're gentler on the lower back while still strengthening your legs and hips. After this total body workout, let's literally jump into some cardio. Skipping or jump rope is a great way to do it. Skipping is one of my favorite ways to stay fit because it's fun, burns a ton of calories, and doesn't require a gym. You can burn 200 to 300 calories in just 15 minutes of skipping. If you're just starting, go for short sessions with gentle hops to ease into it. Besides, intervals of fast skips followed by slower recovery skips are a killer workout. Double unders are great for an added challenge, but don't stress if they feel impossible at first. The point is to focus on moving. Jumping is a good weight-bearing activity that's shown to strengthen your bones and even create new bone cells. Make sure to wear cushioned shoes, and if joint pain is a concern, opt for a soft surface like grass. However, if you have arthritis or any other bone or spinal condition, it may be best to avoid skipping until you get a chance to discuss it with your doctor. At number 6, we have jogging. Running has been one of my favorites for intense cardio because it's simple, effective, and burns around 300 calories per half an hour, depending on your pace. If you're new to running, start with brisk walking or light jogging. If you're more experienced, try adding sprints or incline runs to maximize fat burn and endurance. For older runners, stick to even surfaces and wear supportive shoes to protect your joints. Running is great for weight loss, which can become harder after 40 or 50. But even better, it strengthens your legs, improves heart health, and gives you that post-run boost of energy. Finally, I'll end up with push-ups. Push-ups are a classic, and for good reason. They get your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core all at once. If you're just getting started, wall push-ups or incline push-ups on a sturdy surface are great options. For advanced folks, weighted push-ups or clap push-ups can take it to the next level. Make sure your body stays in a straight line though without sagging hips or piking up. And just like with the deadlifts and bent over rows, the key is to tuck in your hips and engage your lats. I always tell people to lower themselves slowly and push up faster for maximum strength gains. And if wrist pain is an issue, do push-ups off your fists or using push-up bars instead. Now that we've seen these 7 exercises, I remember I promised you a workout plan. But since you've been so patient, I'll actually show you 2. The first workout plan is circuit training for beginners. Start with chair squats, focusing on control and stability for 12 reps. Move into incline push-ups for 10 reps, then grab a resistance band for bent over rows, another 10 to 12 reps per side. Follow with light dumbbell overhead presses for 10 reps, and then do cable or elastic band deadlifts for 10 reps. Finish with 3 minutes of brisk walking or jogging. Repeat the circuit 2 times. Workout Plan 2 is a strength and cardio split. For a more advanced routine, begin with 3 sets of goblet squats, performing 10 reps with controlled depth. Follow this with full push-ups and then trap bar or kettlebell deadlifts, also 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Move into seated overhead presses and bent over rows, completing 3 sets of each. Conclude with cardio, either skipping rope intervals or jogging with sprints for 15 to 20 minutes. Cool down with stretching or foam rolling. You can find both plans in the description below. Copy-paste them or save this video to have them at hand. Also, if you liked what you learned, give me a thumbs up and share this clip with someone who might need it. Every little action like this helps me grow, so I thank you in advance. Now, tell me if you're already a gym rat or just thinking of starting. Also, share your favorite exercises and tips so we can learn together. See you in the comments below.